Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 6 on hard. Almost done with the final mission of the Inferno campaign, the Demon campaign. We have almost given victory to the hordes, no not hordes, legions of pain, destruction and whatever. I wonder what Kirill chose as his legion. I'd go for Madness, because he has a double personality, and that is officially a disease, mental disease, I think. I'm not quite certain about that. I'm just talking out of my butt, pretty much. I don't know much about diseases, mental diseases. Yeah. Weird discussion subjects, isn't it? Maybe I should talk about things that really mattered to me today, to take the words of the Franco. Something I've asked myself, and I'm now asking you your opinion about. I was wondering if I should start another kind of big Let's Play, if you will, and alternate between heroes and that other Let's Play, because it feels like, to me, it could do some good insofar as, where do I want to put him? Around here, I think. It would do some good insofar as my will to play goes, because, you know, one of the problems, I don't know if I mentioned that before, that's one of the problems I have. I don't remember what I said and what I didn't say, but one of the problems I have with this is I have a hard time getting myself to play this game off camera, if you will, on my normal run that makes it not a blind run. So yeah, I have trouble with that. And maybe diluting this Let's Play a little bit could help me in that regard. That was a thought I was having. I don't know if it would work or not. I don't have any idea whether it would work or not, but it's worth a try, I think. At least that's what I was thinking. So that was the first opinion, and then second thing that I was thinking in that same line of thought, if I do let's play something else, then what am I let's playing? That's another interesting question. What would I let's play outside of that? I do have some ideas. Then again, nothing concrete, like the thoughts I was having. I did think of some things. You know, should I mention my ideas? I don't know. Some Let's Players don't like to announce. Oh, I lost a lot of things. I was not paying attention. I was talking. Doesn't matter though. They only have this zone. I don't have to worry about anything. You know what? Just go there. Screw finding the closest, the shortest way to go there. Just go there. Do I need you for something? I'm not sure I do. Do I have anything to pick up somewhere? Oh, yeah, let's go explore this. How about that? Lots of wood and gold, and lots of creatures to kill to get it. I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, this is Port Mayron, that's the capital. Okay. Weird name, whatever. Yeah, let's get at least one building going today. So, yeah, what were my thoughts? What did I think about doing for Let's Play? Yeah, because, see, some Let's Players don't want to announce what they're gonna do if they do know what they're gonna do. But it's not like I'm announcing I'm gonna do anything. Those are only ideas I'm having. I'm not even sure I'm gonna do any of them. So yeah, by the way, keep that in mind. If I have, you know, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, and keep that in mind that it's not set in stone. So ideas I was having. For strategy games, let's stick to the subject, kind of the subject, because I'm playing a strategy game. Let's start there. I was thinking for strategy games, something a bit more interactive, something that I really want. Okay, first example. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's Europa Barbarorum. That is a mod for Rome Total War. I'm not gonna let's play that mod per se. Maybe I could someday, very far in the future. That was not, though. That was not one of my ideas. One of my ideas was actually Europa Barbarorum 2 or EB2. It's gonna be simpler to say than the whole full name that takes quite a few handfuls of syllables to go through. Anyways, yeah, Europa Barbarorum 2, EB2. What was interesting with this is one of the few, the first one, it's one of the few where I actually read some AARs, which is basically some people playing through the game and just making a story out of it. Some were really good at it. If you're interested and you have absolutely nothing to do with your time, you could go read that if you're interested. Some of it was, like I said, was really good. My point though, one of them did an AAR, an interactive AAR, which is kind of where the idea comes from for me. What he did basically, this particular one took the Germans. By the way, EB2, EB and EB2 are making a huge overhaul of the whole Total War game. EB1 was on Rome Total War, EB2 is going to be on Medieval 2 Total War. And they try to portray antiquity from 272 BC to, I don't know, about the end of the reign of August, I believe, the first emperor. So yeah, they try to do, okay, I should keep playing. It's fine to just talk about other stuff, but I should keep playing. The video should not be just me talking about ideas. But yeah, so EB is a really, really great game in and of itself. Much better than the actual Total War game that they are based on. Well, EB2 is not out yet. It has been in development for, well, forever. Basically, forever. You have to understand, they have a ton of work. They are redoing everything. It takes a long time to do that. I think I skipped a few building turns. Whoops. So yeah, it's a huge overhaul. And this guy, what he did, he took the Swaybos, which are basically the Germans in the first EB, and he had this like council, if you will. The Germans call it, not the Germans. The Romans have the Senate. Germans have an equivalent. They called it the Thing. I guess they didn't have a name for it or something. They called it the Thing. And why are you going there? You were supposed to explore. You know, when I'm talking, I get so distracted. It's crazy. Oh yeah, I have to kill those things. Yo, go kill Darkness Incarnate. Oh god, sounds. Isn't there some easier to kill stack? You know what? Let's go capture this zone here. It's. I meant to click here. I misclicked. God damn. Let's go back to what I was saying. Yeah, so he did this thing. He had his thing, which was basically a Senate. So he consulted his Senate every now and then to know what the Senate thought he should be doing. So basically what this translates to is I consult the Senate. The Senate would be the viewers, you guys. And every, I don't know, 4, 5, 10 years of in-game years, you know? Yeah, in-game years. To give you an idea, one turn is one season, basically, in EB at least. EB2, I don't know, probably the same. But, yeah. So that's basically the rhythm in that game. So yeah, every 4 or 5 years I'd consult you, or in extraordinary cases where I feel like, hey, this is, well, this calls for an extraordinary assembly of the thing. If we're Germans, it's gonna be the thing. But yeah, basically I just consult you guys and kind of make things a little bit more interesting, because when you have when you're just one player playing through a game, the best example is actually games, strategy games that try to give you how am I gonna say this, a historical setting, where the player, I feel like, usually dominates really easily, because contrary to well, it dominates easily, and more easily than in real life. Why? Because he has only one line of thought, one straight line through time, through centuries, maybe, sometimes depending on the game, and that's not the kind of stability that you had back in the day. It kind of removes a bit of that. So to me it's interesting because I get to play with much more instability. I kind of try, I'd try to respect the vote of the Senate, of course, in the general lines anyways. I do conserve the veto, of course, I would anyways, but yeah, it would, so yeah, it would be more interesting to me because I'd have a less straightforward, if you will, playthrough of the game, and it would be more interesting for the viewers because they'd be involved way more directly into everything that's happening. So yeah, I thought that was interesting as a concept. Of course, I don't really have the viewer base to do that just yet, so that's just an idea. It's far in the future. If I can get myself some more viewers, I'd consider it more more seriously. For now, I don't think it would work. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm underestimating how much you guys would participate if you actually had something interesting to participate in. I don't know, because there's very few people that actually comment and react to these videos, so I have to imagine it would be the same with anything else that I do, so anything that requires participation is kind of out of the question for now. I had pretty much the same idea with Civilization 4, a mod called Rise of Mankind. A mod again, I know. I have played very little mods, but the mods I have played, I'm not talking only Civilization 4, but in general, in games in general, I tend to not explore mods too much, but those that I did play, I just always thought were amazing. That's just me, though. So yeah, Civilization 4, Rise of Mankind mod, I could do that with this too. It would be less refined, I think, than EB, simply because EBI is more complex of a game in some aspects. In the war aspects, actually, I don't know which one would be better. I will say I was thinking about EB more than Rise of Mankind, but probably because EB is more set into a historical setting. I mean, Civilization 4 has very little to do with the historical setting, unless you take I'm gonna say it someday, a scenario that is built to well, where they basically built the Earth again. Then I'm just okay. Just to say, Civilization, yeah, I could do that with Civilization 4. That was another one of my ideas. That's another community too, where they they have this hands me down, if you will, game where somebody plays 10 turns and then makes a report, if you will, in the thread for that playthrough, and then gives it to the next player in line. There's like 7 players, and they just keep going. That's also a fun thing, because, well, in Civilization 4, just to explain that phenomenon, if you will, in Civilization 4, one of the big drawbacks, if you will, is that you get eventually tired of all the little things to just keep looking at everything, and you tend to fall more and more as the game progresses into some kind of giant generic gestion of things, and you stop looking at all the little details. And when you only have 10 turns to play every time you get the game, you tend to look at that a lot more. And so some people like that because of that. Like that mode of that way to play because of that. I can see how that works, but I can't exactly ask everyone to do videos out of this of 10. It just wouldn't work, so I'd be doing everything, but I'd still be consulting everybody and trying to do what they tell me, more or less, like I said, I keep myself, I hate you. I should have done something, but like summoning phoenixes instead of reinforcements, and you know, trying to predict and failing to predict where the arrow's gonna go. You know what, screw it. I'm done here. I've killed everybody who deserved to die. There's nobody on the map anymore. I don't care. What was I talking about? Civilization 4, I think. Yeah, so I could do that with Civilization 4 too. Really, it's more an idea that I saw with 4EB, but I could do that with this one. It's a more mainstream game, if you will, even if it's Rise of Mankind. I guess it would be easier in that sense to get participants in the whole thing. I don't know. Would have to see. Again, I don't think I have enough viewers to get this rolling properly. So yeah, that's just ideas. Another strategy game I was thinking about is Europa Universalis 3, which is a bit more obscure of a game, I guess. It's way more complex than most strategy games. It has a historical setting again, and I was thinking of a tiny bit different way to do the interaction, where I'm gonna say it eventually. Trying to find words and play at the same time, that's not easy. You should try someday, you'll see what I mean. No, I don't want you guys. Ew. I need to control the thing. Okay. I was talking about something. Oh yeah, Europa Universalis 3. My idea, different idea with this thing is basically I pick a monarchy, because there are republics. You can pick any country that existed back in the day where it begins, which is 1399, and you'd be surprised at how many independent or semi-independent or anything countries that the game sees. Especially in Europe. Europe is a cluster F of little countries. Kind of crazy. So yeah, this is a really complex game. So I would have you guys pick one monarchy that is not too small. There are a lot of extremely small monarchies. My margin would be so small that I would not have the liberty to do what I want to do. But what I want to do basically is have you guys vote on personality traits for the kings, so that you guys would give me each of the kings that come into play. As they come into play, you vote on a personality for that king, and through various personality traits, I just give you a personality trait. You give me how much he is or he isn't that, you know, how much of a I don't know how to best say that in English. How much of a zealot he is in terms of religion, if he is really also what religion he wants, because Europa Universalis 3, historic setting in pretty much the Renaissance and afterwards, you know, where there were religion wars, where Protestants and Reformists and plain Catholics, and there were Orthodox in the East. And if you go outside of Europe, you can find Sunni, Shiite, I don't know how to say it in English, shit. I wanted to avoid saying shit, but that Arab religion, that Islam religion, that sounds like shit, but it's Shiite probably, I don't know. And you can find Confucianism if you go more east, and Shinto as well in Japan. It's really complex game. So yeah, like I said, I get a kingdom, and then each king that I get in my dynasty, you kind of give me a personality, and I try to roleplay that personality and see where that goes. That would be even more unstable than just consulting you every 4 or 5 years of in-game playing. I think it would be more hilarious too. I just like the idea, but again, I don't really have the viewer base. So that leaves me with not a strategy game for my next big project, because I don't really have the viewer base to do what I want to do. So what else was I thinking about? Well, more ordinary things, to be honest. Well, I do have one project that is even farther than what I was talking about, and that's Dragon's Dogma, because recently I was reading through, well, a little bit reading through. I did not read through the whole thing, but reading through CAD comics. You know CAD comics? I've read every comics, but what I was reading about is his appreciation of Dragon's Dogma, which is a RPG game, an apparently harder and more fun, well, depends on what you think is fun, but it's a harder, more complete experience where you really feel like every time you go out it feels like an adventure. That's how he presented it, and some of the things he said about that felt awesome. So I was thinking, and that's again something that is really far in the future, but maybe doing this blind and more like a TV show kind of a thing, maybe more Machinima, if you will, Machinima-esque, where I just record myself and I'm trying to roleplay as best as I can. This is why I'm putting this off in the future, because I don't think I can roleplay that well. Yeah, I don't think I'd be very good at roleplaying yet. I need to learn to speak better. Sometimes I hear myself in my editing, in the editing, and I just don't like what I'm hearing. I just don't realize it, but sometimes I'm not even pronouncing things right, and I'm skipping one syllable or something, and it's just, I hate it. I hate hearing that, and I need to work on that, but that's something else. So yeah, kind of make it like a show where I just record while I'm role-playing, but I don't necessarily show you everything I do. But when I get, because you know, every time you move out, it's supposed, well, like he says, it feels like an adventure. I just pick out adventures out of all this recording where I'm role-playing. You pick out adventures, and then you have some kind of intro, some kind of generic intro. Hey, this is whatever. This is the TV show, well, YouTube show you're watching, and then you slowly after the intro, you have some kind of how to say, I forgot the word. Damn it. I forgot the word. That is stupid. God damn. I can't believe I forgot that word. The person that basically tells you the story. Narrator. God damn, I forgot that word. Narrator. You have some kind of narrator that slowly edges you into what's happening right now. Because, yeah, like I said, I'd just be continuously role-playing while recording, so there's no intro, hello, welcome back to blah blah blah. That would be all the, that job would go down to the intro first off, and then the narrator, who just edges you into what's happening right now. And with that, you don't really need, it just feels more natural, I guess, more like a real adventure. It would be fun to try, anyways. I don't know if I'm conveying my vision of things very well. I don't feel like I am, but I'm having trouble expressing myself, I guess. Yeah, because really, when I'm recording all this, I'm gonna have plenty of time just before the adventure to just have the narrator come in, and then once he's done, like, presenting the thing, if you will, I can, well, the real recording comes in and just, yeah. I don't know if you get any inkling of what I'm talking about right now, or if you think this is awesome or not, I don't know. By the way, I'm giving tons of ideas out there. I think that's what I'm gonna do this whole day. I've been thinking about that. You know, I've been thinking about maybe doing other Let's Plays. So yeah, obviously I've been thinking about what I want to do as far as Let's Plays go. Gathering all my ideas. But again, this Dragon's Dogma thing I'm considering, not something I'd do now, because I don't think I can do that to my satisfaction. Yeah.